Peace. Peace, Daniel. What's good? Peace, Terica. Hey, sis. It's nice to see you on here. How y'all doing? What's going on? Yes, peace, Lilita. Peace, Kimberly. Peace, medicine of dreams. I like it. Good, Daniel.
Where did Ernest go?
You're fighting COVID. Okay. Sending healing energy your way, Terica. You already know you got it. It is with you. You got this. We're healing. We're talking to ourselves. We're talking to our body. We're loving on parts of ourselves we've never loved before. Like, we are healing. That's why I wanted to jump on here and send my love and just kind of share with y'all some things I'm feeling. A lot of us could be fighting a lot of different things because it's just in the air. It's in the air. Peace to you, Brooke. Peace, Dorian. Peace, Akasha Triple Goddess. Hey, sis. This your first live? Ashe. Peace, oh Sheila. Y'all, we sending healing energy to Terica's way so our sis can come on the other side of this and be naturally inoculated. I have definitely had it multiple times, for sure. And I always got better. And I got stronger. And something to happen, and I'll feel like I'm coming down with it again and just catch it early. It's just, I kind of want to talk about that though. Like, what's really happening? On a collective level, we're all going through our own healing crisis. And so this energy today, like with just today, it feels intense. It feels like something is going to happen, but you're not sure what that something is, so you don't know how to prepare. But I don't want to be worried, but I'm trying to manifest deliberately because I know that I'm a co-creator now. So I'm watching my thoughts. I'm trying to watch my words, but I'm still getting triggered. I'm having major bouts of emotions that I cannot explain. I'm not sleeping. I'm becoming very aware of the fact that I am a people pleaser. I am a fucking people pleaser, and I fucking disgust it. I am learning and seeing things that I don't want to see. Welcome to Planet Awakening. You are here. Welcome to the Underworld. You are here. Underworld does not always have to be negative. It's like, welcome to your subconscious mind. So when I say that, I want to detach the meaning away from it that has been attached to it. Yes, it can be intense. It can be overwhelming, awakening. You're learning stuff every single day that like breaks your heart. And you're just like, damn. You get your heart broken again, like, oh shit. You know, another one bite the dust. Somebody else get the vaccine, you know, like it's so much. It's so fucking much. And all I'm trying to do is to heal, to find myself, to figure out why am I on this fucked up, crazy, inside out world. And as I awaken, as my third eye decalcifies, I'm seeing more and more that this shit is a fucking circus. And I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it no more. It's not fun. It's not fun anymore. I don't want to be the clown packed in the clown car, following the crowd of people. I want to feel me. And I want to be able to make decisions and make moves because I feel sure of just trusting me and just create my life from the space of trusting me. So right now, when I tapped in the collective, it was so noisy. And I was like, yo, what's going on? It's so fucking noisy. It was just, and I was like, I'm gonna have to, we got Patreon now. So I'm like, I haven't created an event or anything for this. This is just a channel message that came up so strong in me. And like, I can hear y'all and it's so loud. And like, everybody just have questions. And seems like with each passing day, you lack clarity. Though the world is offering you a lot of answers to where you can just search with your phone at any time of the day, anything you want to, and there's a robot ready to give you an answer. But it's like I got all these answers, but I still feel unclear about some shit. So as you're unraveling and more of the matrix is failing, like we can't even trick each other anymore. Because we wanted to get out of the fucking clown car. We made the choice. We said, I'm going to awaken in the age of Aquarius, and I'm so fucking courageous. I'm going to do it. Yeah, let's make sure that Saturn and Jupiter, that little dance they got going on, that conjunction, give me the most intense astrological events possible, and then my natal chart, that shit got to be popping too. I need to pop some triggers in there, pop some bad boyfriends, some hoish, dudes, some terrible guys who just using me for my money. Like I just pop a whole lot of stuff in there. My family is gonna be so dysfunctional. It's gonna be unbelievable. But yeah, I want them. Because the divine you, like, I want the full experience. So we awaken, eyes open, we die, reborn again. It's the strangest thing. You have something you think you believe, and then a day comes where that shit is a total lie, and you could tell anybody from top to bottom why it's a lie. Shit's strange. We're living in strange times. But it's strange because all of us co-created this. Everybody talked about the underworld, talked about the apocalypse, talked about Armageddon, but nobody really gave any heads up or clarity as to what to do with it. And then the underworld, we've been telling y'all about it, like all the webinars, everything. We've been telling y'all it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. We've been coming across, my spirit guides, just this shit, like I didn't grow up knowing any of this shit, like literally. I just wake up one morning and my eyes open to a new truth. And there is a great burden that comes with that. Real talk. Because I know that this is what I agreed to. And I know that this is what I am here for. I'm here to bring clarity. I know, but the heaviness of the collective and the shit we all healing, just to be able to feel that and to get on here and channel a message that hit home so deep where, I read y'all emails and y'all be like, yo, I'm speechless. Like, I feel like you speak my heart's words and you give form to thoughts and ideas and things I never thought was connected. And it really be moving me. And I'm like, this shit is so dope. It's so incredible. But heavy is the head, And So I have a responsibility to be authentic and to be genuine. So as I am accepting this calling, because it's just like, yeah, you're here to guide people through the underworld. And I'm like, okay, I'm the oracle, and I will be able to give people clarity to their path throughout this specific Aquarian period. And they're like, yes. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, you kind of either got to be narcissistic to do this shit, because see, this lioness gate that just came, it took down the thickest layer of bullshit that all of us have been co-creating. I mean, it just we got wiped down. Do you feel it? That's why you like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I should eat. Do I still resonate with the alkaline thing? Or like all of a sudden you got questions and you questioning everything, and some stuff was locked in, but it's not set in stone anymore. And you're like, damn, well, do me and you need to be together anymore? Are we good for each other still? Like all of a sudden it's like you're a new person. And I mean, to people on the outside, I know I can only imagine how crazy it looks, right? But you know, it don't matter how crazy it looks. It's our journey, and it's beautiful. And so to be able to hear y'all voices and hear y'all hearts, like I can hear y'all. That's why I was like, no. After this lioness gate portal right here, this shit, like you can't hide anything. It's you know, and I was just like, I can't be doing readings in this period, because this period is meant for us to feel the ego come up and be like, yo, that was some wounded shit that just came up. I peeped it. Triple A's. I'm acknowledging it. Okay, I brought it into my awareness. Now the alchemy can begin. As long as you don't run from it and you use the triple A's, you will go through the process of alchemy, and that trigger will lead you to a deeper knowing about yourself. You know, so to know God is to know thyself, right? So we're all fractals of each other, and you just become hyper aware of a lot of different things. So right now, more than anything, you are empathic. If you're watching me, 9 times out of 10, you are. You know, be very clear about your boundaries and enforce them without feeling guilt. The first few times you might feel a little guilt, because I've been giving kids boundaries, like everybody getting it, right? Because I realize that in order for me to heal, so that I can be a anchored point of energy on the grid of the new earth, there are parameters that I must have and enforce. So that's having to put all of your false self shit away. So it's like, no more of that. Your coping mechanisms, like, ain't none of that shit working for us no more. We still try to use them, but it's not, it don't hit like it used to. And I do think that this is the first year of the underworld. So I do think that as we go further, we will see even the more mental health being a really big issue, because we have ignored this thing for so long. But everybody that's here who has some form of trauma, you're going through your underworld. You're going through the repressed shadows and the suppressed emotions and parts of you. Your divine self, your higher self, is like literally fueling you to keep going when you want to quit. I know y'all feel this, because you come so close to giving up, and it just be this little tiny spark that you feel down in you where you like, no, not giving This is the emotional resilience I was talking about. I've been talking about for the last few years. Just being able to sit in those emotions. So, you know, I was like, okay, so as a collective, we're all healing. And so a lot of us can feel this emotionally. We need to have boundaries. Okay, got it. That's going to be hard because some of y'all, this means that some of your relationship, that the foundation of that relationship is based on the 3D earth. That means that that relationship will start to fold in on itself, right? Because the 3D matrix, so anything separate from it, even though it's separate from it, is still a part of that matrix system. So energetically, it's falling apart, right? And sometimes you can see it happening. You don't know what to do sometimes. Sometimes you think you do. You can try stuff. You can do stuff. It's okay. But still going through this whole process, still be like, but I know that by healing me and by doing the work, it is going to heal. You know, and so you just got to talk to yourself and remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing, to not give up and to keep doing it, right? This is that. So this is the underworld, but we're all here because we are equipped to be able to heal in this exact climate. This is the perfect climate to heal in. And I say that because the intensity. Sometimes when you just got a little bit of fire that get put up under your ass, literally, it will make that spark inside of you spark, and you will like, I gotta do something. Like, fuck watching videos and reading books. I need to take some of this shit and make it practical and use it in my life. Like, you'll get the spark and you'll be like, you know what? I'm done being a victim. I'm not doing that anymore, right? So for those of us who feel that momentum and you're starting to be like, no, I know what I need. I know what I need to do. And you start and get yourself up to the courage of actually doing it. You're healing. Just by getting yourself to the point where you will take action. You are healing. And so because you're healing and because everything is connected, it's healing everything else. But it's also a shock wave. So anything that's in your life that's 3D, the more that you go into the 5D energy, it is going to slowly disperse. Okay? So people ain't just gonna be disappearing. We'll just slowly be drifting farther away. What y'all saying on here? Let me see. Girl, yes. I heard that one. Peace, Jay. Been feeling disillusioned by the ego. I'm telling you, the ego been getting it in. Our ego been busy, busy, busy. Peace, Johnny. You really needed this. That's good. Is that Dahan? That's what's up. How can we integrate our shadow self during this time? Great question. So a couple things. We got the free webinar. It's about 2 hours worth of information on how you can use your galactic signature and do shadow work. It's very specific questions that will bring up the stuff that's been pressed down deep down into your subconscious mind. So there's that. So another good thing, integrating with the shadow, it's just observing everything that comes up and bringing love to it. If I have a day that I'm a bitch, instead of judging myself for being bitchy, instead of spiritual bypassing and denying it and saying that I wasn't, I'd be like, I was definitely bitchy. Like, yo, like, I'm just kind of observe it. I have no judgment about it, right? Yo, and that my shadow can integrate with me because I'm not judging my shadow, right? So, you know, but that's just a little short tip. But I think all of us here see this. Now, I did not want to do this video about this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it and get it off my chest. But there have been more and more people in the conscious community seeming to unravel before the world, right? And I talked about the skeletons coming out the closet. I don't do astrology. I only go into that when spirit leads me to do so. And then I channel the message and, you know, have some astrology to be foundational for whatever the channel message is, and it'll align, it'll be synchronicities. So I hadn't looked into any of that. All I know is, with this last Lionsgate portal, Sekhmet and Kali pulled up on me, and they made it very clear and very apparent that the divine feminine is anchoring its energy, and that's going to feel tumultuous to people who resonate with masculine energy. Because not only is the 3D matrix being torn apart, but the constructs that we took on in our mind that we call beliefs, right? Thoughts we keep thinking, they become beliefs, and then the beliefs become habits, and then the habits become lifestyle, and then we think it's us. This is how the whole social construct and the programming works. So as you're going through the awakening and that is being uprooted, the masculine energy on this planet, like, it's been getting away with murder, literally. So Sekhmet and Kali was like, we walking across the planet with flames on our feet. I was like, yo, like, what do we do to earn this one? It was just like the masculine is toxic and healing will not happen on the planet. So we're going to expose everything, any shadow that someone denies or does not accept, it will be exposed and shown in the simulation. It will be projected out. You will become a projector. Remember, I told you, Ashe, thank you for that donation. May it return to you 30, 60, 100 fold. Ashe, thank you, Ajani. So beautiful. I love foxes. So the energy is like no longer supporting patriarchy, which means the maternal energy is anchoring. And for a lot of melanated men, they didn't have the most intimate, your feelings are valid upbringings, not in the black and brown cultures. Little boys weren't really allowed to have feelings. So it's like, now you're feeling shit you never felt before, and it make you freak out. You don't know what the fuck to do because you feeling some shit you like, and your coping mechanism's not working. You know what I'm saying? Your weed ain't working. You can't get high enough. Like, there's nothing that you can do to get away from yourself. And it almost feel like the universe be stalking your ass, because everywhere you go, the shit will follow you. So it's like, I'm trying to get you to see me. Hey, I'm the bitch. I want to have a conversation with you. I want you to understand why I be bitching. I really do have a reason, and you spiritual bypass, deny. You know how religion taught us, like, I rebuke that shit. Satan, get thee behind me. It's you. But you like, you need somebody to blame it on, right? Because it's just too much. It's just too much to just sit with it. But just a little bit at a time. Just practice sitting with yourself and just not judging it. Feeling what it feels like, but you don't have to make a judgment on it. Just feel it. Like when I get depressed now, I just feel it. I be like, yo, I feel like a fucking gray cloud is over my head right now. And I don't even know why. And I just be like, That for real, I really gotta be like, that's interesting. I might just wake up feeling anxious or feeling like, y'all know I have complex PTSD. So it could be a night terror, it could be anything. Like, I deal with a lot of shit, I'm not even finna get on here in front with y'all and make it seem like I'm on some groove shit, sitting in lotus position, levitating in the air when I'm not on live. But your darkness needs your attention, and whatever has been happening in your own personal simulation, know that it is calling for your attention. And I cannot say everything that I want to say, because it's so much that I want to say. But what I will say is this: certain times of the day, there are very specific frequencies being used to cause certain emotions that is not in our control. Not right now, anyway. So there are moments in your day where you will feel overwhelmed or have a flood of thoughts, and you cannot identify where they are coming from or why. You don't even know a reason. Maybe you're feeling mad and you don't even know why. Like, nothing has happened. You just all of a sudden don't feel at peace. You don't feel at ease. You feel like you gotta, hold on. You feel like you gotta be in attack mode. They hit us with these very specific millimeter waves, and you go into fight or flight. I watch it happen like clockwork. Damn near need to start right now what time I be discerning these energies and the way they hitting us. So it affects Ernest different than it affects me. And it probably affects each of you different as well. But to people on the outside, it looks like maybe we're going through some type of breakdown, spiritual emergency, dark night of the soul, you know what I'm saying? Having one of them moments where you do feel schizophrenic and you do feel paranoid and you do feel like you're not safe. I've been foreseeing this for at least 12 years, which is why I know after dying 2 times and coming back to this bitch, I know without a shout of a doubt, I know, like, what I do know is that I know how to deal with this shit right here, because I was built for this shit. 40 straight years of simulation kicking my ass. So now it's like I can step back and look at the collective and see, what are we going through? What are we experiencing? When I look at the masculine, y'all are freaking the fuck out. Even if you're not letting it show on the inside, you are not sure anything. You thought you had control. Like maybe your woman all of a sudden on some, my body is my body. You can't tell me what to do with it. Don't tell me what to wear. Like, I don't know. Maybe it feel like she challenging you in some ways that's different. And it's just like, it's too much. I've been checking in on the masculine, where you borderline afraid of the energy the awakening is offering, but you want it at the same time because you know that you need it. So it's a very push-pull energy between the divine masculine and between the masculine, and the divine feminine. So when I show up, in full dark goddess mode, it hits different. It's just got a resonance. It's just got a frequency to it, you know? So those energies are happening too. So we got the artificial, the synthetic shit, and then we got the biology, the shit that's happening within ourselves. So it is a lot of energy to move. You know, if you needed somebody to remind you, like bringing love to whatever you are experiencing, and gratitude is always, always the vibe that you choose when you want to come up out of something. So like I had surgery on the 13th. Again. Why I say like every time I talk to y'all, it's like right after I had surgery and I get these Akashic downloads. But anyway, I had surgery from hiking and, you know, trying to be healthy and shit. I had an ingrown toenail and it got to the point where it was just hurting me so bad I just couldn't ignore it anymore. And the mother, she said, "That's how I feel. I feel like your foot. I can't take it anymore. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not supporting the matrix anymore. I'm taking my feels down, and whatever happens, happens." I was just like, yeah, I feel that. The mother energy, which we all come from, even though that's been hidden from us. Don't get it twisted. She stirs up fear. If she didn't, there would not have been so much his story being created and recreated and recreated and recreated, because the powers that was know that real power, real fucking power is when you go back to the source. So we must not let them know that this is the source. Matter of fact, when women have these attributes, they will be labeled bitches and this and hoes and that. But really, she's just a wild fucking rebel who chooses the vibe that she want to ride whenever she want to ride it. And it don't matter what nobody else feels about it, because I give birth to fucking souls to come into this world from another realm. God damn it, I'm putting respect on my own self. That's how I move. I don't move if I'm waiting for fear to leave. Fuck that. Fear is gonna come with me. I'm taking this step. See, for the masculine, if you are in resistance to this transformative energy, you are making your awakening feel miserable, and it don't have to. Like, for the first time, some of the masculines are getting, if you got kids, can you get the kids to leave? You know, I'm not a PG teacher. I try to be. But I gotta say, I think I gave you long enough. The masculine has to feel what it feels like to be fucked for real, to be penetrated so deep that he feels like to the core of his soul he is broken and he don't know what to do. Prophecy told them of a time such as this. This energy is feminine all day long. Ain't no denying that. So if you are resisting the transformation, if you are not bringing love to it, You are making yourself feel miserable, and you don't have to. So I want to let you know that it is a choice. That's all that it is. And you choose, and then you move accordingly. Command your energy, command your space. This is who I am. This is how I choose to move. This is who I choose to be. And I stand on that. I'm going through a transformation. I don't have to be in resistance to anything. Like for the first time, y'all feeling what it feels like to be penetrated. Because the mother, that's how she teach, you know, through experience. So it's a level of surrender that it requires from you. Like that is your service. That is your offering to that feminine energy that is the reason that you are here. Even if you don't have a good connection with your birth mother, like that's irrelevant. What about the cosmic mother? What about Mother Earth? What about the spiritual mother? What about the maternal DNA that may be where your gifts are locked away? And you know that your gifts haven't fully kicked in. You're feeling like it needs to level up, but it's not happening for you. It's because it is not through the masculine way that you will be able to tap into that. Not with force, not with ego, and not trying to will shit to be. This energy, you got it. This energy is like, nah, baby, you gotta do some foreplay. You gotta talk to your vibration, talk to your body, talk to your spouse, talk to your kids, love what you want to anchor. Okay, well, talk that shit then. You know what I'm saying? Like the mother is like, show me what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Show me what it really is. Give me something to work with. You're going through this awakening thing. This is a give-take relationship. So, you know, it's really interesting. The religion made it seem like it was a man energy, a Christ that was going to come looking for his bride. That's not how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it is the mother that's like, goddamn, mama is home. And she come in this motherfucker like, religion, what is that? That came after me. You know what I'm saying? Like that came after. Why would you even know? That's artificial. That's not ancestral. That's not indigenous. That's not. We're having to be deeper. Like if you awaken, if you watching me and you're awakening, like you can't hang out, you know, you can't hang out in the corners and shit no more. You having to be proactive and be active. So yes, bringing love to it. Bringing love to it. That's always gonna be the answer. There is no other answer. Bringing love to it. And love is something that is infinite. So it's infinite ways that you can bring love into your experience. It's infinite. Mama Wata, yes. Saharu, that's what I'm talking about. That's right. Ashe. That's good. You feel free and lucid. That's what's up. Mixed smoke. Grounding is so important. Absolutely. But look, check this out. Even with grounding, you know what I'm saying? I see you, Chris, with the dark beta voice. Even with grounding, that's a feminine energy. That's another feminine energy. So some ways that I feel like can help right now. I know since I'm not doing readings and stuff right now, but there still are a lot of other forms of divination that you can be using to get clarity. Because again, the weapons that they using, This is what we're doing. This is what we're in battle against. Frequency. The ability to choose what you believe and to act on it and co-create the life you desire. And to not follow what everybody else doing, but to do what intuitively resonates with you, unapologetically. You go stumble, you go make mistakes, you go mess up, you go get up. You go stumble, because we like babies in the universe. We're learning. If you just bring love to the whole fucking experience, you can literally create heaven in the fucking underworld. But trust and believe that people go feel some kind of way if you're tapping into some bliss and they not. So I just need to say that. So just know that these beams, it ain't just for the people that got vaccines. I showed y'all the fibers. The fibers are everywhere. I started sweeping the house for them. There is no getting rid of them and keeping them away. And we're breathing in that smart dust. It's impacting us. But that's only because if you are here, you are strong enough to be here. If you are choosing to be here now, it's because you are strong enough to resist being terraformed. And not only that, but you are anchored in consciousness with love enough that no matter what happens, shit always works out for you, because that is the narrative that you have chose. And you like, fuck basing shit off my trauma. What do I choose? No. You're not going to hand me a narrative. We've already been doing that. No, I command my energy. And if it takes 5 years for this shit to manifest in the natural realm, that's what it's going to be, because I'm ride or die for myself. When you show up like that, they still be hitting you with the beams and shit, but you're going to be able to have a little bit more Neo in the Matrix, where you can see that shit coming. You like, there go a bullet. Ernest be getting ready to shoot one at me, and I already be in position. With love. Ashe, CJ Johnson. Just grateful and wanted to say thank you for sharing your gift with us. Ashe, that's beautiful. Thank you. Because you know what? People out here charging a lot of money for doing what I do. A whole lot of money. And I do be like, yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. But then there's so much of this inside of me. I'm rich enough that I can do this and do the other as well. So yes, I got enough to give. So one thing that is really helpful, I want to show y'all. We have citrine necklaces that are really meant to be pendulums. They were created to be pendulums. This one is a citrine. It's really beautiful. And copper. And you can use this because this shit is like even hacking the food and shit. You can use this over your food before you eat it. You know, you can use it to command your energy. And sitting there, I be all up in the restaurant and shit with my pendulums. Yes, the fuck I do. Anything that I can do to let the simulation know who the fuck I am, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do this everywhere. But you'd be like, is there something in here that is harmful to me at this moment? And once you establish what your yes and what your no is, then this is going to be, and this will help give you peace and clarity too. Because you like, at least I have the crystal ain't got no reason to lie, and the copper is a fucking conductor. So I can, okay. And then, because you know, you can't trust nothing. That's because we're meant to be divining in this time. So there's that. Citrine, wrote a whole blog about it. But the energy of citrine repels negativity as well. So this works for multiple things. We also have the amethyst pendulums that Ernest made. Now, it's really beautiful too. But like I'm saying, in the energy that we're in, we're going to have to be more assertive and clear about who the fuck we are and how we move. And like, we don't have that gray space anymore, because see, Kuan Yin came in 2016 and was like, yo, I'm here. She left. and Kali in segment came, and I was like, oh shit, oh no. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I was like, no, y'all know I be channeling and shit. This means that I'm going to be channeling those messages to people, and people is not going to be liking me for a little while. You know? But they were just like, nope, they need it. And ain't nobody else gonna keep it real like you is. So it is what it is. You either go do it or you go do it. You know, that's the way my spirit guides and ancestors talk to me. I don't get a lot of options, you know? So as the oracle, having that simple prophetic bloodline, it basically means that my fucking radio is always on. My Wi-Fi is always on. And I'm practicing turning it off. I ain't fully got there yet. But sometimes I be hearing all of it. I be like, shh, niggas need clarity. Let me come on here and give it live and give them the tools that they need. So with the amethyst is really, really good for healing. And it's really, really good for your nervous system. So if you deal with anxiety, I would go with the amethyst pendulum. Okay? I got a whole blog all about it. You can go read that. So that divination, any form of divination, you do not have to use our pendulums, of course. You can even make your own, you know, if that's what you want to do. But divining right now is going to be a lot of support. Another thing is the Let's Get Lucid. This one is the elixir that maybe y'all saw me taking at the beginning of this. This opens my crown up sometimes a little more than I wanted to. But it's very soothing. So you may even feel like you could just lay down and relax and meditate, and may even fall asleep after using this. And I made it that way because for a lot of us, we have a hard time visualizing and meditating because we have a hard time relaxing. So it's not really about quieting all of the thoughts, because the monkey mind is going to do what it's going to do. It's going to talk. But what you're feeling in your body counts a lot in the experience that you have when you do use your third eye. So the Let's Get Lucid has a formula of probably about this elixir, about 9 different herbs, and charged with some crystals that help with lucidity, astral travel, the dream realm, meditation, and like I said, relaxation. All of my products that I make, I always add something that is soothing, calming, and relaxing. And that's just because I've been healing from complex PTSD. And so I know that I'm not the only one who's been in a relationship with a fucking narcissist. And that shit just really left you deeply traumatized in a complex way, where you're just now figuring out why you are the way you are. Or maybe you were raised by narcissists. Like, you know, I know it's not just me. And I also know the frequencies that they're hitting us with. It also makes the nervous system not want to slow down. And that's when you got to do them deep breaths. And I know the voices and the energy and everything is doing everything it can to keep you from doing the shit that you know you need to do. We can all agree on that here, that we are very aware of that. But can you practice just letting the audience hackle at you and you still do your piece? Like, just don't worry about trying to quiet all that shit. Just tune it out like we do our kids sometimes. I'm keeping it real. Just tune it out and be like, okay, I acknowledge it. I heard it. I know my ass needs stretch. I've been upset all week, and I know that some of this tension is probably trapped in my body. For you men, since the feminine energy is coming in and healing, that's probably going to be your hamstrings and your hips. Like a lot of y'all, the rigidness from the patriarchy like made y'all hips lock up. So you're not as allowing that movement to move, right? So with the whole, look how they tricked us though. They like, oh, that's root chakra energy, sacral energy. Let's shut that shit down, right? So we're gonna be like, no, don't move your hips. That's gay shit, right? So don't, but other cultures though is not considered a gay thing. You know, they dance and move their hips, men, and it's not gay. Prince was one of the few people, Prince and Michael, we can count on one hand how many men would use the movement in their hips, you know what I'm saying? And like not feel no kind of way about that. So you see the programming like, no, don't work with that part of your body because it's a lot of power. When a masculine dominant man start moving and stretching that energy around them hips. Like somebody might have told us they just hips, but they a lot more than that. They are the support system that supports the very ability that you have to project into the simulation and create. You have a fucking built-in magic wand. Like how fucking spectacular is that? Talk about sacred geometry. Don't even let me get started in talking about the way it looks and the sacred geometry of the beauty. I mean, it's so much beauty went into creating that. It's just like, no, tell them don't move that area. And so you just get stiff and stiff and stiff and tight and stiff. And you got mama issues and stiff. And now you got with this woman and she wasn't right and stiff. It just locks you up, locks you up, locks you up. And you be in a sunken place and don't know it. So, you know, for some men it's that. For some women it's that because of sexual trauma. So for me, I get tightness in that area because that was one of the portals that trauma entered into this reality for me. So yeah, I have to pay attention to that. And when I feel that part of my body talking to me, I have to stop whatever I'm doing. I be in the grocery store. If that's where I gotta be, I'm getting it in. I'm in there with the basket and shit, getting it, trying to get deep down in there. I know people be like, I mean, like it's new earth shit, you know. What can I say? I'm a star seed. I don't know, sweetheart. So you love the truth. I love that. See, that's that real shit. See, you're gonna do great in the underworld. The underworld is gonna be healing for you. You just have to choose. You just have to choose. So just cause I love y'all so much, and because there's a full moon coming up, I'm gonna spend a few minutes, 4 more minutes on here with y'all, because like I said, y'all screaming at me, and I was like, okay, I hear them screaming at me, but I want to share. I feel like I need to share this with every fucking body, because some of these cards that I pull, I be trying to do a reading for myself, and I'm like, this shit resonate. But this is Bharavi Yogini. Bharavi Yogini. This is what I pulled today, and just looking at it and just seeing the root chakra and like the skull, I was just like, that right there is like death, but the flower is rebirth, and it's the root chakra. And I was like, whoa, our fucking root chakras is like, I know some people just like, well, chakras is just another system to trap us, and that may be true. However, we cannot deny that these areas within our body does have a sacred geometry and whole vortexes of energy that projects out. So see, maybe other people are more adept and they're to the point that they don't need chakras or believe and use that. I'm still in this space where I'm learning that certain areas within my spine that project out energy. I'm just now really body scanning, you know, on a daily basis, and feeling myself and feeling these energies. So when I saw this, I felt this. You know, and I was just like, yes, that represents the root chakra is where the wounded inner child lives, you know? And I was just like, oh my gosh, I think this is for the collective. And I'm going to carve some time in my day to do this for y'all. So here we are now. So it says, Sublime Baravi, fierce with sacred rage, cannot be deceived nor deterred. She is unflinching, fearless, and determined. She causes that which is unworthy of the soul to flee and secures divine protection for the authentic soul path. Her presence empowers our hearts to face our fears and signifies that we are ready to overcome anything that has held us back. She gives the power to fulfill our heart's desires and reminds us to embrace our unique path with confidence. That shit just felt delicious to me. My soul was just like slurping it up. I needed that just to hear that, you know. So we're recognizing, that's why we're like, whoa, you know, these dark goddesses, but we're in the underworld, you know. So a dark time calls for a dark goddess, someone who will go into those realms and into those energies and face those fears with you. This is that remothering energy where she's just like, I'm gonna walk in the darkness with you. The sixth of the Mahavishya wisdom goddesses is Bharavi. She is the wrathful emanation of Kali Ma and the conqueror of fear. Her name means both formidable and terrifying. Now, why would we be afraid of our beloved Divine Mother? We can recognize that she is fearsome in the sense of divine magnificence and inspiring awe, like a force of nature powerful enough to rattle our inflated sense of entitlement and invincibility. She becomes something we can revere because we recognize with relief a power so much greater than the small-minded workings of our ego. We can dedicate ourselves to alleviating the suffering that we see in the world, if that is what motivates our hearts. Yet we can also take refuge from becoming disheartened by the extent of our task because we recognize divine greatness and capacity. The entitled mind of a young soul may misinterpret such magnificence as an excuse for apathy. This is why she must be fearsome to such minds. The fear of God is necessary to trigger inner growth until the love of God is enough to motivate our hearts. Y'all, if fear is what motivates you, then your soul and your higher self is going to let that be in your reality to keep you motivated. And when you choose to anchor love energy in place of judgment and hate and shame, and just one day, I'm telling you, it's a choice. And you might have some back and forths for a little while, but every fucking time, it is a choice. You do not have to respond the way you always have. At any point in time, you can respond to a situation different. Just because you that motherfucker. You here in this time to do this alchemy. You know what I'm saying? Then nobody else told you. I'm just letting you know. So when you get in that transformative space like that, And then you're like, this is what love feels like. This shit hurts, but in a good way. It's just like that deep tissue massage. It hurts to break a bone back in place. To fix my toe hurted me so bad I couldn't walk for 3 days this week. I've been limping for 3 straight days. Like, yo, this shit. If hitting your big toe hurt, you can imagine what having surgery on it feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was, I need to go take care of it now when I'm talking about it. But you have to be like, the pain is healing me. It is not killing me. The pain is present because it needs my love so that it can move on and grow into something else. For me, I created a spiritual business to be a part of other people's healing process. That was me pouring my heart out, saying, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make an investment in something that I believe in, and I'm going to take a risk. You know, I wasn't able to make that decision with my ego. That decision had to be made with my heart, and my yoni, my womb space had to move me into that space. So for a lot of us, love does not motivate us. And so that's why fear is still present in a lot of our realities. That's why comedians are fucking geniuses. And they recognize that. One of the easiest ways to stop being judgmental and love yourself is to recognize that your pain, it is not in vain. And you can laugh at it. It can make you cry. You ain't even got no judgment about it. You just fucking grateful and appreciative to be alive. And then you can even say that you've had these experiences. Until you get to that space, fear will continue to be what motivates you. And I feel like when you get in a space where you're okay with that, and you're like, if that's what's necessary and that's what it takes until I switch up and choose love, okay. When I'm ready to choose love, I'm sure that I will, because I'm doing the work each day. Each day I'm practicing giving love and self-care to myself, right? So her divine wrath shows up, and she demands that we meet our potential. So there is no playing small when she arises up in a reading. Her appearance manifests to give us a necessary reminder to step up our spiritual game. Your commitment to the spiritual practices that suit you at this time is strongly encouraged. There are divine forces that will be more than willing to match your efforts, and a great deal of progress can be made in a relatively short time frame, especially because the energy is highly programmable. Remember, I was telling y'all that the dark matter energy is here and how it's really, really easy to program it. So yes. So it says, if you apply yourself to a task, your progress will unfold more rapidly than you expect. You can accomplish even intimidating prospects if you harness your courage and commit to the process. To encourage such dedication, she dangles a divine carrot. So if we step up, her power can become our power of protection, and she will share her other divine powers with us too. She is also known as SEBI, the grantor of spiritual abilities, powers, and attainments. She brings out the best in us and conquers the threats to our fulfillment. Her appearance in a reading augurs potential for tremendous accomplishment. Although she may seem downright frightening in what she asks of us, as we often find liberation from our fears by moving right through them. Okay? Yes. So she is the light of sacred fire and higher awareness, or Tejas in Sanskrit, Tejas, Tejas. That is the light which provides clarity, the capacity for discernment, Without access to that light, the ego misinterprets guidance to suit its own ends and creates confusion. Her light helps us see and overcome the self-sabotage of ego instead. Tune into your genuine wisdom. Even if it's not what you want to hear. Even if it's not, and it's probably not going to be what you want to hear, but it's what you need. Wisdom brings peace, relief, and clarity. It creates forward movement on our authentic path. By its effect, it can be known the warmth of the fire also presents the capacity to be cooked, transformed, ripened, and brought to complete fruition. The soul is the substance undergoing exposure to the Divine Mother's alchemical heat. Hers is the promise that we shall not only dream, but do, and we shall become what we were born to be. When Bharavi arises, we are asked to embrace our true passions and allow them to burn and purify us from within. The Tantras teach that the Bharavi incites every form of passion and teaches that power to control them. This is why she is Yogini, a female adept that knows how to unleash and yet guide the wild energies of our being for a sacred, passionate purpose. Bharavi is considered to be the latent energies that exist within the Muladhara, or the base chakra. This is the foundation upon which the body, earthly life, and soul purpose arise in the world. She takes the divine energy from an idea and gives it the capacity to become embodied, to take form. Bharavi pulls the rug out from beneath us when we are ready for a more powerful connection with truth. She like, fuck the rugs. let's get grounded, because we finna accomplish some shit together. She helps us to ground ourselves within our authentic spiritual nature rather than on the shaky ground of ever fluctuating external circumstances. The shit, the underworld is going to be like, literally, it's like Ghostbusters. When I go places, the way I see shit is like Ghostbusters. I be like, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. For real, I be like, I'm just gonna Beetlejuice some shit and put my spirit light up. Like, I'd be straight exorcism, Kali, like, I don't want to do it. I'm not even my own ego. I'm like, no, we're not doing it. Ego, me and you can find some other shit to do together at home safely, but you will not be just pulling up in my day. Hijacking got me reacting to shit, you know, in fear. No, I move in love. Like, you got to talk yourself through your day, you know, but that all of this energy is like calling you to rise above your circumstances. So it is from this spiritually stable place that we can move from strength to strength, secure in her love and protection as we manifest our passionate purpose. Recognize your inner divine badass and commit to your dreams with conviction. Whew! I know y'all feeling this because I'm feeling it. Yes, absolutely. No, you are not alone. And that's exactly what Michael was singing to me before I got on here. I was like, damn, I feel alone sometimes. He was just like, you are not alone. And I was like, okay, Michael, thank you. Like, damn, Michael just told me I wasn't alone. He was like, no, that's for everybody. I was like, okay, Michael, as crazy as this shit sounds to normal people, we could definitely debate about that one. But it's the truth, you know? But just, there is no death, you know? Just, that's an illusion. It's like when you get rid of that, yeah, Michael will be telling you shit too. You know, you'd be like, oh, yep, that Camson told me about this. But, okay, so here's the invocation. And I can stay on here forever with y'all. I love y'all so much. But I do got to get off here. I do have a family to tend to and a big toe. There's commanding my attention, but it's definitely teaching me a lesson right now. But anyway, I'm going to give this message, okay? So here's a prayer that you can pray. If that resonated with you, okay, then this is a prayer. And you can just ashe to it if it resonates, and receive this energy to help you continue on your journey so that you feel safe as you go through your different phases of your awakening. So Yogini, Queen Bharavi, uniting spirit and form, bringing sacred inner desires to material fruition for the spiritual benefit of all beings, I bow with respect. You, Hua Bharavi, wrathful mother, conquering fear and confusion, manifesting the power of Kali, blocking the workings of black magic and the ill effects of planetary forces, offering protection from curses and cure against delusion. You bring boons, blessings, abundance, and empowerment for the fulfillment of desires and the increase of comfort, remedy against disease and despair. You are restoration. All this you accomplish to manifest spiritual enlightenment for all beings. I let go of my fear and I open my arms to love for the spiritual benefit of all. Jama Kali Bharavi. Jama Kali. And you could just literally like look at this card and kind of capture that in your third eye. And anytime you need to, you can go back to that. But this felt so good to me today. I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna share this like for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that hit me in some kind of special way. I gotta share that. And so yeah, that's what it is. So, you know, I love you guys. I'm not accepting any personal readings right now. As you can see, I'm continuing to do the work. I do have programs on the website that I have created. It has been brought to my attention that we're having some technological issues with some of the programs. So if you're having any issues with anything, just message us and let us know. We will be working on that pretty much tomorrow. Monday. We'll probably try to work on it tomorrow too. To get that cleared up, because I still want to make sure that I'm able to feel and touch and connect with y'all. So like, if you're not a member of the website, remnantsgathering.com, go there so that you stay in the loop of what's going on, because with some of these channelings that I do, I'm having to censor my higher self and my spirit guides, and it makes it difficult for me to tell y'all some things that may be imminent for you to know. So that's why the Patreon was created, and that's kind of my way of being able to still get some of these Akashic messages to you that come through. So yeah, the rules of engagement in the underworld are very different. And it's like I said, it's switching up. The illusion is gone. The matrix is broken. So we're seeing people have breakdowns. Men are getting exposed left and right. I even told Ernest, I was like, Ernest, get your shit together. Get your shit together, because the divine feminine, she is spanking you on your ass. She's on her way, unless you into spanking. And if you into spanking, that's going to be really, really good for you. Just let her pull up like that. Just let her spank you. Be like, okay, mama, learn my lesson. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. But that is here. So, we're being purified, all of us. So yes, so like stay tapped in that way. Sometimes I can do shorter TikToks and order quick things on there. I think I even have a video about this. This is the Indigo Gabaro. Y'all, let me tell y'all why this right here is so important. And that's because this is helping to filter the waves that I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So go and read the blog about it. Everybody talk about Shungite and stuff. Nobody really talks about this one. Read the blog. Make sure that you're like, this purchase is because I'm connecting with this energy, and I want to protect my crown chakra and my awakening, my third eye, from the technology that's being used to stop the awakening. You know, just make, like, if you, I'm just saying, be very deliberate and conscious about the things that you buy anywhere, but especially the spiritual tools, because that you ultimately will magnify that energy just by knowing exactly why you want it and what you're going to do when you get it. And these are meant to be tools on the path of the awakening. So remember, doing divination and protecting your awakening. I got organite that I wear too, and this has lapis lazuli in it, and labradorite in it. But let me say this: the labradorite earrings. I wanted to mention this too. If y'all remember, both earrings are not exactly the same. So I don't know if y'all remember, but I think somebody sent us a message or something, an email. They're not exactly the same, both of them, and that's intentional to not be rigid and stuck in form. Nature is asymmetry in nature. So that's the intention behind that. So just in case, if you go on the website and you see those labradorite Sirius starseed earrings, they will not be perfectly shaped the same. The shapes are different, and the intention is to help to balance and reprogram the right and left brain. That nature, it doesn't have to fit into my box of form, you know. So that's why we created those like that. When I channel, my mouth gets so dry. But yes, and the Let's Get Lucid Elixir, that's on the site. We are almost out of these, and we are almost out of the Let's Get Lucid potions. Let me show this to y'all before I get off of here. We got a new situation going on here. This is the Let's Get Lucid potion, and you can see a lot of the stuff that we used in there. But I think we probably have like 2 or 3 of these left. I can honestly say y'all definitely been getting it in. Y'all definitely been getting it in, because y'all been buying the hell out of this shit. I'm like, oh shit, somebody doing some spell work. You know, somebody is doing some ceremonies. For real, y'all getting it in. That shit be motivating me. I be like, well, damn. Let me make sure I keep up. But and one other thing with the Kali Lotus Lux, we have some more of these in stock finally. We have had some people have some trouble with shipping, so we're considering repackaging these a different way. But you know, with the post office and stuff being like it is, like, people are really rough with stuff. And I mean, it's this underworld energy. I get it. You know, a lot of people, mental health ain't there, and people been losing spouses and children. It's so much. I get it. And I'm not making excuses for us or anybody, but I get it. But yes, but these are back in stock. We do have some more of these. Make sure that you're really gentle when you use these. This is pure Swarovski crystal. And the tip on here can break if, like, you're like not letting it drip, and if like you're wiping it. I had it happen, so I was like, okay, let me make sure that I let them know that. So just be very gentle with your Kali Lotus Lux. It's meant to be ceremonial. We have, I think, we have probably about 10 of those left. For this round until this next full moon that we're about to have, which I heard through the grapevine that the full moon was in Pisces. I'm like, oh shit, psychic energy. So a lot of psychic vampirism gonna be going on, and a lot of that, you know, that ain't negative for everybody. Some people like, okay, that means it's gonna be a lot of energy flowing, and maybe I can get something going and finally get some healing going. You know, maybe it's just riding the waves of the energy. So we gonna talk more about that tomorrow. But yes, thank y'all for your attention. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. Like, if nobody told you, you are fucking amazing. Like, I know we looking real crazy right now. And I know that your family probably looking real dysfunctional right now. And the world, it just makes no sense anymore. You know, and you can't really talk to that many people about deep stuff. So now you got like your deep conversations and then your shallow conversations, and you have to remember who and like, oh shit, she's a she's a 2-feeder. Let me 2 feet conversation. How you doing? How's the weather? What did you eat for lunch? You know, let me do the 3D matrix shit. And then you finally get to get with some other people that's like mine, and you can unplug, and then you can talk your 5D shit, and it just feels really, really good. It feels really good. But then when your 3D shit come up, it just throw you off. It's just, it's just, it's like, if you just love the journey and just focus on breathing, having compassion, you're a fucking force field. Real talk. You are 5D towers. We got this. We got this. Don't let the voices and the ghosts trick you. It's just a haunting. It's just a fucking recording. This is just a simulation. We here. We here in this bitch right here, because we exactly, not to call her a bitch, but when I'm saying it like this, I mean like in this energy deep. Yeah, we in this energy deep. It's profane like that. It is a little primordial and dark. We can say bitchy without a negative intention attached to it, because Mother Earth is definitely not taking no shit. She taking numbers and names. Has to happen, and it ain't bad. There's no judgment. This is life, and death is a part of life because it's rebirth. There is no death. It's just an illusion. So just, I know you feeling it, but just shit that's dead, let it be dead. It died. It was good while it lasted. I gotta keep going though. This is the new conversation that you have with yourself. You know, you gotta keep going, all right? You fail. Take it easy. So I want y'all to take these things that we share, read the blogs, watch the videos, the webinars, the lectures, use the products. Like, know that you are a part of this grand thing, right? You are here. You are fucking here. And motherfuckers just need to get comfortable with it. Because the more you figure out who the fuck you are, and your place and your power and what you can do by trial and error, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you shit about you. Because you're gonna be like, I know me. I know me. I don't have to worship God because I know me. I am an extension of source. You didn't know? That's all right. It was point in time I ain't know either. And you're going to be flexing your shit. So go through the hard moments. But just know, when mother get a hold of you, it feels like she whooping your ass, masculine. I know. My own masculine don't like it. But I'm learning how to just perceive it different. And I don't have to react like that with disgust. I can react with love. It's a choice. All right. Y'all already know what's coming. Thank you. The hunt. I love ice cream. May they return to you 36 to 100-fold, my love. Yes, you ready? Man, your third eye has just been kissed. Peace. Go into the underworld and fuck it up, y'all. Recreate it.